Oh, my father. Welcome to r/Am I the Butthole, where OP's mother is 6 years older than he is. Am I the butthole for making my dad's fiance cry? So my father is 54, and his fiance, who's 30, have been together for about 6 years now. When they first got together, I, a 17-year-old male at the time, was still living at home. She moved in about a month into their relationship, and I didn't have a problem with her at first, until she tried to actually mother me. Hold on, what's the math on this? 6 years, so she would have been 24 and OP was 17. Okay. I'm not talking about giving advice or being a supportive role model. More like giving me a 9 o'clock curfew. I live in a rural town, so that's a joke. And she told me to clean up her dog's mess after it had an accident. Every time I would bring this up to my dad, he'd say, just try, for me. Needless to say, I moved out to fast forward to a week ago. Out of nowhere, my dad invited me over for dinner because we haven't spoken in quite some time. I had been the problem, trying to prepare myself for what they're gonna say. I show up that night, bottle of wine in hand, anxious out of my mind. The night goes on for a few hours with us exchanging small talk, until I can't take it anymore and ask why they invited me. My dad said that they were getting married, and he wanted me to be. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed hard. This turned into the fiance of mine, because she thinks that I don't like her, and I told her she's correct. She said that given the option of being me or his fiance, my dad would choose her in a heartbeat. I've been on this thing. I always parked my car in the garage, but when I left, she took over that spot and kept it until I moved out. Oh, your dad is strange. Didn't talk to you. Turn around and see your wedding photos. Yeah, whatever, man. I'm on your side, OP. You get 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your dad and his fiance, I don't know, I guess 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your fiance, I guess 3.5 out of 5 buttholes feels fair. So, the idea of a 24-year-old woman trying to mother a 17-year-old boy just sounds ridiculous. That sounds more like the plot to a Hub video, if you get my drift. Am I the butthole for not wanting to play games my girlfriend created? I'm a 27-year-old guy. My girlfriend is 24 and has been working at a different obligation side project for almost a year. She wanted me to play that, but then she was lying. Now, I can tell that she put in a lot of effort into writing and stars. Good stars. I just got tired of reading it. She asked me what I thought, and wanted me to eventually finish it and tell her what I thought about the choices in the ending, but I told her I had no plans.
I hate these roly-poly little bastards.
And asked me if it was boring. I told her, no, it's just that I'm not into this type of reading, and she knows that I'm not into reading, but she asked me to make an exception this time since she made it. I got upset because I think she's being childish and wants to blackmail me into doing something I don't want. After I made it clear that
How many of you roly-poly bastards are still left? I've killed you so many times! Are they just coming from other zones?
Some of my friends agree to choose me in return, but others think that I should be more supportive. So, am I the butthole? Guys, you know what's so ironic about this post? This guy expects us to read this. I had to sit here and read this stupid r/by the butthole post. But he's like, but I don't want to read something my girlfriend reads. But I'm going to post on Reddit and expect everyone on the internet to tell me that I'm right. I read my post and read the page. Oh my god. What a douchebag, OP! Okay, yeah, this is not first. You're the butthole. I just read the rubbish that you wrote, and I'm not your significant other. Right? Right? I can't believe we had to sit through this. Man, the girl put 2 years of her life into this project, and you can't give her 2 hours of your time. And whatever else. Okay, I'm giving you what's there. I guess 2 out of 5 buttholes. You're just really selfish. I'm giving your girlfriend 0 out of 5 buttholes. I hope she dumps you and makes a graphic novel about it. Am I the butthole for having my daughter be her sister's test? I have 2 daughters in high school. Sam is an A's tutor, and Emma is an A's tutor. Sam has basically been making fun of Emma for her lower grades. We punish Sam when it happens. but she goes back to it every time. Now, the difference between the two girls is that Sam takes general classes while Emma takes college classes. For example, Sam takes biology as her science class, and Emma takes college physics too, so they're very different. Summer's here, and the final grades came.
Alright, this is the last
Sam got
dungeon for
all
this
C's.
area, I believe.
She saw that she did better than her. She started being angry.
The Imperial Gardens, huh?
I had enough at this point. I grabbed one of Emma's old tests. It was a geometry test since Sam took geometry this year, and I sat Emma down and told her to do Sam's test. Long story short, Emma was in tears, and then I explained again how grades don't measure how smart you are. That she has much easier classes compared to Emma, and I think it finally got through to her. I told my wife about what happened, and she was pissed. About, how could I do that to Sam? My wife took Sam out to get ice cream to make up for it, while me and
This is
him
like
are
the
still
fucking
alone.
boss fight for the corrupted area again, but it's like an actual dungeon this time.
You gave it to her. What you did wasn't mean or cruel, it was just offering her perspective. OP, I'm giving you 0 out of 5
Great,
buttholes.
more bad news.
I'm giving Sam 1.5 out of 5 buttholes. I have a butthole for telling my girlfriend that her home I'm a pretty my girlfriend.
Oh, it's these bastards again. Oh yeah, let me switch back to my other gun. This gun is just much better at taking out the roly-poly bastards.
Is that her choice in home decor is bizarre.
Other shotgun.
And not something that you think a normal grown adult would be into. Her apartment is definitely a reflection of herself and her interests. Not in the best way though. My girlfriend has a wall.
There is a hat down here.
Like Futurama pieces and etchings of some weird triangle guy. Then there's the wall of framed, preserved insects in another room. But not insects like butterflies or moths. Instead, she displays tarantulas, beetles, and large snakes. Her bathroom has a subtle which is pretty common. But instead of starfish and shells, she has a little anglerfish nightlight and a small vampiric squid painting. And then a framed diagram of what apparently is a goblin shark right by the toilet. I would say that a majority of her home decor and furnishings are okay.
I assume I have to get a little bit farther. The hell are you?
It's just the random decor and juvenile-ish themes like cartoons, insects, and bizarre ocean creatures is off-putting. This is where I might be the butthole. I avoid bringing people over to her place, especially people from my job, because of how juvenile everything looks. Everyone's impressed when they see the high-rise, but that quickly fades once you enter. The one time I brought a work colleague over, they ended up telling me after that they found her insect wall terrifying. I work in finance, and
Okay,
listen to that. My office is most casual. Right now. So I've been staying with my girlfriend. My girlfriend suggested that we host my colleagues here since she has the space and she thinks it'll be fun. I told her that I planned on skipping my rotation and seeing if the next person would be okay with hosting early. She kept pressing on why I didn't want them over here, so I finally said that it's because her home decor is strange and not something a grown woman should have, and that her insect wall horrified the one colleague who did come over. My girlfriend got mad and said that at the end of the day, it's not my space, and these things bring her joy. She also said that she is indeed an adult woman, which is exactly why her apartment is decorated in such a manner. I love my girlfriend, I do, and it's okay to have disagreements, but does an adult really need to decorate with them if they're there? I mean, my own mother asked me if my girlfriend was autistic after she saw the entire apartment for the first time. So, Reddit. Am I the butthole? You know, it's kind of funny that you say that only kids decorate like this, because, you know, typically, young kids don't have tarantulas and stick bugs in their house. You know, actually, that's more of an adult thing. And, OP, the fact that she likes goblin sharks and vampire squids and tarantulas tells me that she has an interest in ugly things, which might give us an indication of what sounds super basic and judgmental. I'm giving you 2 out of 5 buttholes, and I'm giving your girlfriend 0 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for demanding my coworker pay me for a ride after many months her a free ride.
God damn it. God damn it. Gravity, please. You are truly my strongest opponent, but not today. I beg of you.
Asking for a dime or accepting when she's offered me money. From my perspective, I'm driving past her house both ways, and her overall household expenses are higher than mine, so it felt like the right thing to do. Over the weekend, my car went to the shop. I told my coworker that I wouldn't be available to give her a ride either Monday or Tuesday. She said that it wasn't a problem because her boyfriend is off this week and would give her a ride. I asked if I could bum a ride as well.
Okay.
I just offered to walk to her house so they wouldn't have to drive backwards. She asked her boyfriend about it, and he said that he would, but he wanted $20 for the 2 days. I know it's just $20, but that set me off. I declined the offer and said that I'd find my own ride. At work yesterday, she asked me about my car. I told her that I'd be getting my car Tuesday night after work, but that going forward, I'd like $30 a week if she wanted to ride with me. She was upset about this and said that her boyfriend had only wanted the money from me because by having me in the car, he was being forced to drive straight home when he picked me up. I pointed out that I've been happy to drive her straight home to help her out for a year, and that it probably wouldn't have killed him to show me at least some level of appreciation. Today, she said that she'd no longer be riding with me after talking about it with her boyfriend. She said that she felt disappointed with me for holding his actions against her and that I was being petty. A couple of other coworkers told me throughout the day that her boyfriend's just a butthole. She doesn't really have to take over, but overall, from my perspective, this dude directly benefits from me thanks to his girlfriend not getting a car of her own or spending a dime on travel, and my coworker should have mentioned this. Because that I'm being petty about this? Okay. I think pretty much everyone can agree that the boyfriend who wanted the $20 is being selfish, hypocritical, entitled, whatever.
Edge of the forest.
Here's the really subtle, petty butthole behavior in this post. When this woman's boyfriend said,
"Oh, you're just weaker in every way, shape, and form."
$20. What she should have done was just paid him the $20 out of her own pocket and said that it came from you. Instead, she passed along this information to you. Like down in the comments, someone is calling this woman a doormat. No, she is not a doormat. A doormat would have just kept her mouth shut. A doormat would have just paid the $20 herself. Nah, man, she's trying to get money out of you, OP. OP, I am 100% on your side. I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your coworker and her boyfriend 2 out of 5 buttholes. Also, I'd like to point out that even though technically she's on the way to OP, it is costing money. The more weight she put in the car, the more expensive it is to move that car 1 mile. That's why super trucks, when they're really heavy, have worse gas mileage than small trucks. So yeah, the weight of one random woman isn't going to be that much, but trip after trip, doing this for months at a time, probably adds up to, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of dollars in gas. I really don't know. Will I be the butthole for canceling my daughter's 16th birthday?
I was hoping the book shot it. Oh well. So how do I get around to actually get there? Probably somewhere on this side, right? Huh?
Apparently, my daughter was upset that this friend gave her a GPS bought from a thrift store. According to her best friend, another what happened.
Where are you at?
My daughter seemed to like the gift at first and asked the other friend where she bought it from. When the girl admitted that she bought it from the thrift store, that's when my daughter lost it. She called her names like cheap, gold digger, and beggar, as well as other classic insults. Now, it's well known that this girl's family is not well off. But I know that she's a sweet girl who did her best to get my daughter a gift from her meager allowance. Later, my spouse and I confronted our daughter about it. Our daughter admitted she insulted her friend. Our daughter went on to insult her further.
You're a new enemy.
Things like, this is probably the only way she can eat at a restaurant, so she should be grateful and get a decent gift. I don't know where my daughter learned such entitlement, but she did not learn it at home. Even her best friend was uncomfortable by her behavior. We immediately took away all of our daughter's gifts and donated them. We also told her that unless she apologizes to this girl and comes at the party, we will not be sponsoring any more of her birthday. My daughter never apologized. Over time, the girl my daughter's 16th birthday is coming up next month, and she started talking about what kind of party she wanted. I reminded her of our promise that we would not fund anything more birthday parties until she's apologized for her behavior at her previous party. Her daughter is saying that it's been a year and the girl is no longer her friend anyways. She said that her best friend is not a thing in my culture. And how will it look if she doesn't get one? We told her that she has 1 month to apologize, but she's not meant to do so because she thinks it will take. My emails are also but we forbid them from doing that. My daughter says her grandparents are telling us that we're being too harsh and ruining her social life. Will we be the butthole for her birthday party this year? No, OP, you will not be the butthole. Please do not give her a birthday party. Unless, of course, she apologizes. When I see those important lessons that parents teach their kids, I'm talking like top 5 most important lessons in life. Is that actions have consequences. If a kid doesn't learn that lesson from their parents, they terrible, awful, toxic, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your daughter 2.5 out of 5 buttholes. That was r/my the butthole. If you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit the subscribe button because I put out Reddit videos every single day.
Glad that's over.
Okay. How am I supposed to get to that oval shot? Because I want to get the item. There's a chest there that I want to get. Hmm. It's blocked through this way, but apparently I had a way that goes around, so I guess I try to find that. I'm probably just very dumb and didn't see it. Nope, I literally couldn't go that way in the first place. What?
Here they come.
What the fuck is that? I didn't think I had the mods on, but alright.
Damn it.
Alright, I just need to keep moving. I'm not doing myself any favors while trying to fight in this cornered area. I frankly don't think I was supposed to shoot it from here anyway. Gotta move. There's properly a dodge, weave. Okay, so at this point, I think it is designed for it to chase you throughout the entire map. But I didn't even start the boss fight until I shot it, so I could have made my life significantly easier. Stone of Balance. Leave me alone! Oh, it's fucking here behind the trees. I'll take another skill point. Forged iron, that's a new one. Alright. I'm running.
Damn it.
I know I still have my revive, but do I really even want... I don't want to use it. I'm almost out of shotgun ammo. Oh, I can get attacked in here, of course.
This ain't good.
Now I'm a betting man. I'm certain the locked door I saw from before is probably over here, so if I open it, I could probably let myself die and get an easy res stone. Or, there's a checkpoint. That works too. Where do these silver skies send me?
This ain't good. It's over. This ain't looking good.
The hell is this? I will come back to that after I kill the boss. So I can stop summoning these little shits. I have no more healing. Oh, of course. Okay. Bring you back to half health. Okay, there's another one of these things here. No, I don't want to go to this I don't want to see the laser of God, thank you. Okay, so I have to go the other way. I don't know what these monoliths are, but they seem important enough. Yeah, I know it's not safe. The fucking boss is spawning ads to kill me right now. Thank you, game. I did not know this information. So apparently I can't just shoot it from this side. It just didn't want to work the first time I did it. That's annoying. So I have to go all the way back to the beginning area, even after I'm done, just to get that out of the way. Because there's still one in the beginning that didn't open. There is no timer on here to show me when my revive is back up.
Come on.
So it just wants us to match everything. Wait, they are all matching. I will come back for this as well, because I can't solve it. Yep, here it is. The locked door I was talking about. They said, oh, if I'm in the beginning, I would have got that shit done now.
Bag's full.
Right, I get HP back by sprinting. Yeah, that didn't work last time I shot. Okay, whatever. Oh, there is no boss arena. So yeah, I'm just supposed to pick up spot on the map and say, fuck it, we're fighting now. Alright. Well, if I'm gonna pick a spot, it's gonna be that that huge open bridge area I was at before then. Eat. Now I gotta wait for it to appear again. Damn. Reveal thyself, boss. I'm really playing the long game here. Maybe the other bridge area would be faster to fight in. This one's taking way too long for me to become shootable. Of course, while I'm mid leap, you go for that. You go for a double. Okay. Keep up the running so the ring could heal me. Yeah, this area is probably better for fighting it. It's not the official boss arena, but it's the boss arena. Where? I mean, it's very squishy. The fact that 14 shots are taking off that much health, 14 damage is taking off quite a bit of health is evident of that. It's not supposed to be very tanky. Alright, let me go into a small sprint, run around the area, the boss arena a bit, get my health back. It's not the biggest amount of HP, but it's HP nonetheless, and I need HP. Alright, that's good enough. Need the boss to come back up. Maybe on the sides. I'm still wondering if I accidentally glitched this boss and he wasn't supposed to start attacking me this early, and he was supposed to stop roaming after we got to a certain point of the arena. And if that was the case, then, well, for one, I hate myself. Second, I need you to come back around faster. Get back down here! Alright, need more of your little shit.
Come on. Empty.
So that's why the minions spawn. They're supposed to give you ammo drops.
Damn it.
I did it! Didn't even die to this boss. Outstanding.
Welcome to r/Am I the Butthole, where OP's mother is 6 years older than he is. Am I the butthole for making my...
Yeah, I'm not even gonna rest now. I killed it. I'm gonna go directly to that puzzle thing.
I've been together for about 6 years now. When they first got together, I, a 17-year-old male at the time, was still living at home. She moved in about a month into the relationship, and I didn't have a problem with her at first, until she tried to actually mother me. Hold on, what's the math on this? 6 years, so she would have been 24 and OP was 17. Okay. I'm not talking about giving advice or being a supportive role model. More like giving me a 9 o'clock curfew. I live in a rural town, so that's a joke. And she told me to clean up her dog's mess after it had an accident. Every time I would bring this up to my dad, he'd say, just try, for me. Needless to say, I moved out soon after. Fast forward to a week ago. Out of nowhere, my dad invites me over for dinner because we haven't spoken in quite some time. I hesitantly accept and spend the following few days trying to prepare myself for what they're gonna say. I show up that night, bottle of wine in hand, anxious out of my mind. The night goes on for a few hours with us exchanging small talk, until I can't take it anymore and ask why they invited me. My dad said that they were getting married, and he wanted me to be his best man. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed hard. This turned into the fiancé crying because she thinks that I don't like her, and I told her she's correct. It should be said that, given the option between me or his fiancé, my dad would choose her in a heartbeat. For example, I went on a 2-day camping trip. I always parked my car in the garage. But when I left, she took over that spot and kept it until I moved out. So your dad estranged you, then didn't talk to you, and now he expects you to just turn around and be your buddy for the wedding photos? Yeah, whatever, man. I'm on your side, OP. You get 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving your dad and his fiancé, I don't know, I guess 2 out of 5 buttholes? I'm giving your fiancé, I guess 2.5 out of 5 buttholes feels fair. Though the idea of a 24-year-old woman trying to mother a 17-year-old boy just sounds ridiculous. That sounds more like the plot to a Hub video, if you get my drift. Am I the butthole for not wanting to play a game that my girlfriend created? I'm a 27-year-old guy, and my girlfriend, who's 24, has been working on a visual novel game as a side project for almost 2 years. And recently finished it. She wanted me to play it, but I initially declined since I'm not into visual novels or reading long stories. But after she begged, I gave it a try and played for a good 15 minutes. Now, I could tell that she put in a lot of effort in the writing and the art, and it was a good start, but I just got tired of reading and stopped. She asked me what I thought and wanted me to eventually finish it and tell her what I thought about the choices in the ending, but I told her I had no plans to. She looked shocked and asked me if it was boring. I told her, no, it's just that I'm not into this type of game, and she knows that I'm not into reading, but she asked me to make an exception this time since she made it. I got upset because I think she's being childish and wants to blackmail me into doing something I don't want. After I made it clear that I wasn't continuing, she hasn't talked to me. I already know that she's talented and smart, so just because I don't want to play it doesn't mean I don't support her. Some of my
I mean, I knew those belongings were going to be used for something.
But others think that I should be more supportive.
Putting the symbols in just makes sense at that point. I hope there's not a specific order, because that's going to be more annoying.
I had to sit here and read this stupid r/my-the-butthole post, but he's like, but I don't want to read something my girlfriend created. But I'm going to post on Reddit and expect everyone on the internet to tell me that I'm right, because I need them to read my post and agree with me. Oh my god. What a douchebag, OP! This top post. You're the butthole. I just read the rubbish that you wrote, and I'm not your significant other. Right? Right? I can't believe we had to sit through this. Man, the girl put 2 years of her life into this project, and you can't give her, 2 hours of your time? Man, what a selfish douchebag. Jeez. OP, I'm giving you, what's fair here? I guess 2 out of 5 buttholes. You're just really selfish. I'm giving your girlfriend 0 out of 5 buttholes. I hope she dumps you and makes a graphic novel about it. Am I the butthole for having my daughter do your sister's test? I have 2 daughters in high school. Sam is an A student,
alright.
and Emma is a B and C student. Sam has basically been making fun of Emma for her lower grades. We punish Sam when it happens, but she goes back to it every time. Now, the difference between the 2 girls is that Sam takes general classes while Emma takes college classes. For example, Sam takes biology as her science class, and Emma takes college physics too, so they're very different. Summer's here and the final grades came in. Sam got all A's, and when she saw that she did better than her sister, she started the "I'm smarter" comments again. I had enough at this point. I grabbed one of Emma's old tests. It was a geometry test since Sam took geometry this year, and I sat Emma down and told her to do Sam's test. Long story short, Emma was in tears, and then I explained again how grades don't measure how smart you are. That she has much easier classes compared to Emma, and I think it finally got through to her. I told my wife about what happened, and she was pissed about how could I do that to Sam? My wife took Sam out to get ice cream to make up for it, while me and Emma are still at home. Yo, OP, Sam needs a reality check, and you gave it to her. What you did wasn't mean or cruel, it was just offering her perspective. OP, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes. I'm giving Sam 1.5 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for telling my girlfriend that her home decor is the reason that I won't host a work gathering at her place? I'm a 32-year-old man, and I've been with my girlfriend, who's 29, for over a year now. She's smart, funny, a bit quirky, and has a serious job with a good salary. We have a great time together, and generally get along
Okay, so I
well.
can't climb up that way.
The only problem is that her choice in home decor is bizarre, to put it frankly, and not something that you think a normal grown adult would be into. Her apartment is definitely a reflection of herself and her interests. Not in the best way though. My girlfriend has a wall dedicated to animation in one room of her apartment, like Futurama pieces and etchings of some weird triangle guy. Then there's the wall of framed, preserved insects in another room. But not insects like butterflies or moths. Instead, she displays tarantulas, beetles, and large stick insects. Her bathroom has a subtle theme of the ocean, which is pretty common. But instead of starfish and shells, she has a little anglerfish nightlight and a small vampiric squid painting. And then a framed diagram of what apparently is a goblin shark right by the toilets. I would say say that a majority of her home decor and furnishings are okay. The apartment itself is very modern and sleek. It's just the random decor and juvenile-ish themes like cartoons, insects, and bizarre ocean creatures is off-putting. This is where I might be the butthole. I avoid bringing people over to her place, especially people from my job, because of how juvenile everything looks. Everyone's impressed when they see the high-rise, but that quickly fades once you enter. The one time I brought a work colleague over, they ended up telling me after that they found her insect wall terrifying. I work in finance, and appearances and first impressions are important. My office will hold casual gatherings where we get together for a few drinks, good food, and we rotate hosts. And this time, it was my turn. The problem is, my place was under some construction, and it wasn't an ideal place to be right now. So I've been staying with my girlfriend. My girlfriend suggested that we host my colleagues here, since she has the space and she thinks it'll be fun. I told her that I planned on skipping my rotation and seeing if the next person would be okay with hosting early. She kept pressing on why I didn't want them over here, so I finally said that it's because her home decor is strange and not something a grown woman should have, and that her insect wall horrified the one colleague who did come over. My girlfriend got mad and said that at the end of the day, it's not my space, and these things bring her joy. She also said that she is indeed an adult woman, which is exactly why her apartment is decorated in such a manner. I love my girlfriend, I do, and it's okay to have different interests. But does an adult really need to decorate with them besides a few things here and there? I mean, my own mother asked me if my girlfriend was autistic after she saw the entire apartment for the first time. So, Reddit, am I the butthole? You know, it's kind of funny that you say that only kids decorate like this, because, you know, typically, young kids don't have tarantulas and stick bugs in their house. You know, actually, that's more of an adult thing. And, you know, OB, the fact that she likes goblin sharks and vampire squids and tarantulas tells me that she has an interest in ugly things, which might give us an indication of why she's dating you. OP, your girlfriend sounds super cool, and you sound super basic and judgmental. I'm giving you 2 out of 5 buttholes, and I'm giving your girlfriend 0 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for demanding my coworker pay me for a ride to work after many months of giving her a free ride? For the last 14 months, I've been driving one of my coworkers to and from work. She only lives a mile up the road from me and is on the way, so I've never asked her for a dime or accepted when she's offered me money. From my perspective, I'm driving past her house both ways, and her overall household expenses are higher than mine, so it felt like the right thing to do. Over the weekend, my car went to the shop. I told my coworker that I wouldn't be available to give her a ride either Monday or Tuesday. She said that it wasn't a problem because her boyfriend is off this week and would give her a ride. I asked if I could bum a ride as well. I even offered to walk to her house so they wouldn't have to drive backwards. She asked her boyfriend about it, and he said that he would, but he wanted $20 for the 2 days. I know it's just $20, but that set me off. I declined the offer and said that I'd find my own ride. At work yesterday, she asked me about my car. I told her that I'd be getting my car Tuesday night after work, but that going forward, I'd like $30 a week if she wanted to ride with me. She was upset about this and said that her boyfriend had only wanted the money from me because by having me in the car, he was being forced to drive straight home when he picked me up. I pointed out that I've been happy to drive her straight home to help her out for a year, and that it probably wouldn't have killed him to show me at least some level of appreciation. Today, she said...
Oh, I was not looking at the activate button.
Talking about it with her boyfriend. She said that she felt disappointed with me for holding...
I thought, like, did I get a symbol wrong? That would be so annoying if I had to run back through all of them again to see which one I got wrong.
Just a butthole. She doesn't really have a say at home. But overall, they agreed with me that he was being a dick. From my perspective, this is directly
Long gun crossbow.
to his girlfriend not needing a car of her own or spending a dime on travel. And my coworker should have defended me. Do you think that I'm being petty about this? Okay. I think pretty much everyone can agree that the boyfriend who wanted the $20 is being selfish, hypocritical, entitled, you know, whatever. But here's the really subtle, petty, butthole behavior in this post. When this woman's boyfriend said, yeah, I'll do it, but only for $20, what she should have done was just paid him the $20 out of her own pocket and said that it came from you. Instead, she passed along this information to you, expecting you to pay the $20. Like, down in the comments, someone is calling this woman a doormat. No, she is not a doormat. A doormat would have just kept her mouth shut. A doormat would have just paid the 20 bucks herself. Nah, man, she's trying to get money out of you, OP. OP, I am 100% on your side. I'm giving you
And that
0
finishes
out of 5
that dungeon.
buttholes. I'm giving your coworker and her boyfriend 2 out of 5 buttholes. Also, I'd like to point out that even though technically she's on the way, OP, this is costing you money. The more weight that you put in a car, the more expensive it takes to move that car 1 mile. That's why super big trucks, which are really heavy, have worse gas mileage than small trucks. So yeah, the weight of one random woman isn't going to be that much, but trip after trip, doing this for months at a time, it probably adds up to,
Why could there
I
be a
don't know,
quicker way to go
hundreds of
down?
thousands of dollars of gas.
I mean, I know the
really
shortcut's
don't know.
there, but still.
Will I be the butthole
I wish there was a way
my daughter's
even faster way.
birthday party after warning her about it a year ago? For my daughter's 15th birthday, my spouse and I paid for her to take some of her friends out to a restaurant for dinner. During her birthday party, my daughter got into an argument with one of her friends, another 15-year-old girl. Apparently, my daughter was upset that this friend gave her a cheap gift bought from a thrift store. According to her best friend, another 15-year-old girl, who told us what happened, my daughter seemed to like the gift at first and asked the other friend where she bought it from. When the girl admitted that she bought it from a thrift store, that's when my daughter lost it and called her names like cheap, gold digger, and beggar, as well as other classic insults. Now, it's well known that this girl's family is not well off, but I know that she's a sweet girl who did her best to get my daughter a gift from her meager allowance. Later, my spouse and I confronted our daughter about it, and our daughter admitted that she insulted her friend. Our daughter went on to insult her further by saying things like, "This is probably the only way she gets to eat at a restaurant, so she should be grateful and give a decent gift." I don't know where my daughter learned such entitlement, but she did not learn it at home. Even her best friend was uncomfortable by her behavior. We immediately took away all of our daughter's gifts and donated them.
Apparently.
We also told her that unless she apologizes to this girl in front of
Only
everyone who
killed
was
one
present at
person
the
because of
party, we will not be sponsoring any more of her birthdays. My daughter never apologized, and over time, the girl drifted apart from the friend group. My daughter's 16th birthday is coming up next month, and she started talking about what kind of party she wants. I reminded her of our promise that we would not fund any more birthday parties until she's apologized for her behavior at her previous party. Her daughter is saying that it's been a year and the girl is no longer her friend anyways. She said that her best friend is getting a sweet 16 party, which is not a thing in my culture. And how will it look if she doesn't get one? We told her that she has 1 month to apologize, but she's not planning to.
Okay, I want to get a different gun. This boss weapon, definitely strong. But I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it has 1 round and it relies entirely on wall banking. So some areas it's completely worthless, like that boss fight I was just in. Send help.
Okay, that's all you get. Bye.
Okay, so I can outright just buy the other mods. I did not know this. What kind of mutagens do you have? What mutagens do you have?
The Ahane would keep for themselves.
Oh, I can upgrade mutagens. Oh, those were where the corrupted ones are for. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Beware the pestilence.
Alright, what guns do you have?
What you need, Wanderer? What you looking for? That'll do. 2 shots center mass and 1 to the head. Stop most of your problems.
I would like to get better armor, but the armor in this town is just weaker than the ones I'm packing. Unless Whisper's got some new stuff in. Hey Whisper, you got some new gear for me. Nope. How's my tree going?
I think the rooter really gone.
Still no fruit yet.
We gotta find joy where we can, while we can.
Don't suppose you've seen Clementine yet. Keep trying, hey? Stop by any time. You know where to find me.
Alright, let's go upgrade my new blunderbuss.
How goes it, friend? Take care, my friend.
I'm not forgetting any dungeons, right? Let me go here first. Alright, I did explore most areas. There's this tiny area I didn't explore, and that's about it. But I don't think that would lead to another dungeon, but might as well just have it not read on the map then. I guess after this I'll go figure out what's happening in that labyrinth area, because I have no idea what's happening there.
Come on.
And hey, if it does have something unique in it, nice. You're new. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Do I go places?
I didn't know if you were going to press out, but
I told you I wasn't doing that anymore.
I'll let you know when we're leaving.
Alright. Oh, well, look at that. There was something here. I'll take another point of skill point. I'll take another trait point. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so there was their uses coming up here then. Probably just go with stamina, honestly. Alright. Anything else? Nope, back to the labyrinth I go. I didn't, in fact, do everything. Yeah, I'm liking this new blunderbuss a bit better.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got an absolutely unbelievable story from you that comes from r/best on Reddit updates. Before we get into that, if you didn't know, I've been off for a couple of days. That's the thing with YouTube. If you get sick, there's not really too much you can do. You kind of just have to stop posting videos. And
You would assume the strange optic would be going there, but
understand.
guess not.
But I'm a little confused. I would say that I had a terrible virus and I was saying that that's okay. Honestly, if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I have been around. That was pretty bad, right? I mean, look at my face right here. This is an excerpt video I made in the height of COVID. It was a horrible time. But what I've had the last couple of days, honestly, it was even worse. I'm not even joking. I mean, when I had COVID, I wasn't throwing up in the toilet every 2 seconds. Now, that's probably too much information. But just so you know, I'm back, and I'm feeling fit and healthy, and I've got an absolute cracker of a first story for you. It's very funny, I'm not gonna lie. No spoilers. Let's get into it. I am at a loss as to what to do with my wife's request. My wife and I have been married since 2001 and been together since 1999. She is the most intelligent, thoughtful, caring, loyal person I know, and I've always thought of myself as fortunate to have met and married her. She is, even today, aesthetically beautiful, and men have told her this throughout our marriage. She's always shot them down. Now, earlier this year, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer, stage 1, and had a full hysterectomy. I was never concerned about the cancer. It was diagnosed early, dealt with quickly, and she made a full recovery. I took time off work to look after her after the surgery, and all seemed well. There were some to be expected emotional, and although I am not an emotional person, we dealt with them together. After her recovery, she continued to start living life in the first, and to meet her trip to Europe, followed by and Spain. Now I'm fine with these things. Good memories and constant buckets of her and ours. I understand these are resolving fragile on her part. yoga, swimming, and healthy cooking classes. I was fully on board until last week. Last week, she came over and told us she wanted to get a one-time opportunity for her to have sex with someone else besides me. Yeah, since her cancer diagnosis, her outlook on life has changed, and she doesn't want to handcuff her to what she wants to do. She explained that there's a guy at her work who she's always had some attraction to. She should never see him again, and the perfect someone else. She said that I couldn't say no, of course. She would be bad and disappointed in me for an indeterminate amount of time, and that it would be combinations of my male toxicity and insecurity. I don't consider myself toxic, and if not wanting your wife for 20+ years to have sex with someone else is insecure, then guess I'm insecure. I told her that I appreciated her talking to me about this, but approval by coercion is not approval. I also said that I do not appreciate her language, describing my, as of yet, unknown reaction to this very large issue that could affect the rest of our marriage and life. I got up in the morning, and she basically said that she was sorry for putting such a large decision solely on my shoulders, and that to help, she was taking the decision away from me. She booked a hotel near where her co-workers are having a party / send-off for this guy, and she would spend the night there with him and hope that I would be there when she got back. That she would answer any questions I have about the night after it happened, but not before. She will not tell me who he is or anything about him because she knows me too well and that I will dwell and obsess over him, and that would make it too real for me, which is pretty accurate. Her POV is that the less I know, the better, which contradicts the offer to tell me anything I want to know after it happened. I think she knows I won't want to know or ask anything, or she simply just won't tell me. Part of me thinks at least she's been honest with me, and she's been through a lot since finding out she had cancer, so maybe I should just let it happen. I certainly have no concept of what she went through, so I can't dismiss how this affected her mental state or outlook on life. Part of me wants to put my foot down and say this is not going to happen, and deal with those consequences when they happen. Her BFF called me callous for even suggesting that I wouldn't let it happen, because I have no idea what she went through. I find it hard to believe that she is okay with the possibility of throwing away 20+ years of marriage over some guy that she's had no relationship with outside of work, and that I should just call her bluff. Maybe she thinks similarly, that I won't throw away the marriage because of one encounter, and must know what to do. I empathise with her, and then an instant later I'm angry with her. Part of me wants to know, why? What does it look like? What have we got that is so enthralling for her? Is he just the safe option? Is he married? Does his wife know? Would I be a callous jerk for saying no? What can I do besides walking me away? Okay, now, where do we begin that? Off the rip, I've got to say, what a load of absolute rubbish. I know multiple and they don't just then go, you know what, yeah, I survived this. I'm not going around shagging like, like a legend. You don't do that. It's very abnormal. Now, the whole part about your wife taking off your and her collecting
That was rough.
Traveling, making her realise that life is short. Spend it anywhere that you want to do, want to come. Think fine and check the sex with your forcing your husband to be okay with it. That's probably a little bit too far. At that point, I think, have a marriage and then move on with your life. It's very, very strange. What I love the most, my love, is her saying, I have to let you, by the way, I have cancer, and therefore you have to let me cheat on you. It's on you. Like, and her saying, you know what, I'll be okay now, man. Don't worry, I'll just take this thing out. That's great. I love it. Look at that. Let's carry on. Let's get into this comment posted on the original, which I think is really, really good. I kind of think this is the way your marriage will be from now on. With her listening, she wants to present her life. She's going to do it regardless of your feelings. I think she's being rather selfish. She's probably only threatened this because she thinks you are beaten down and will simply up to this. Perhaps not specifying the tricks and thrills. She wants a single life. Let her see what that means. I agree. I feel like, obviously very, very tough for you, and I completely understand what you're going through in the sense that you say that 1 second you're like, no way am I ever going to let her do this. I'm going to call her bluff, go and do it. She won't. And then the next you're like, oh, well, I just love her so much. And she's so happy. So that's very good. Oh, by the way, I'm not for 1 second saying that I know what that's like or how it feels or I can empathise with that in any way. I obviously can't. But I agree with this concept. It gets to a stage where you've got to just say to her, yeah, obviously you're not allowed to do this. I don't care what my friends are saying about you can't do that. Again, you just have to call them up and have to say, you know it's going to hurt me, but don't do it. And if you do it, that's the end. It is weird though, 20 plus years of marriage and that. Wow. Now, Olivia has actually replied to a couple of comments from the original saying this. She thinks that she'll never see this guy again and that I've never met him, supposedly, but it won't really affect me or our marriage in the long term. I'm left with accepting it and never viewing her the same way again, or going through a divorce as is before. Not really great options on either front. That is a very fair point. I don't know where her head is, and the bout with cancer is affecting her in ways that I couldn't possibly imagine. I don't think she believes I will leave. There we go. I mean, you pretty much said exactly what I think there. You have to test that. If she doesn't think you can leave, you have to actually leave and then see what her reaction is. Because then, if she goes and does this thing anyway, you know that sadly, very, very sad, painfully, though it may be, it was the right decision for you to do that, because otherwise it would be a massively hard. And secondly, you have to test it. You have to, because you can't just get away with something like this for the rest of your life together. Because even if you do stay together, it will just be miserable. So, unfortunately, that is the only thing you can really do. Now, let's get into the update that was posted just a few days later. I received a ton of advice that I couldn't possibly respond to. I do appreciate the people who took time to offer advice in the comments or via DM. It's been an exhausting couple of days. I was hoping that my opposition to her plans would give her pause, but unfortunately that did not happen. I said I am a hard no, and I'm not sure how I will feel about you if you go ahead with this. I was met once again with, this is for me, it will be one time, what can I say to help you deal with it? You'll get over it. We were meant to be regardless of the situation. Remarks leading up to Saturday. Some of the most selfish words there that I've ever heard, despite the fact that this woman went through cancer. At this point, I honestly don't really care. That's insane. So, she left on Saturday, ostensibly to meet her co-workers, but in reality, to screw the guy. I asked her to text me when she was leaving for the bar, and when she did, I asked her if she was really going to go through with this. After her response was this, I'm not answering any more questions tonight, I will see you tomorrow, I blocked my wife. Then, I did something either stupid or brilliant. I went to the bar where the get-together was happening. You know what, I love this. Well, not the bar, but a transit bench across the street. I waited for a long time. It was running through my mind leading up to this event that I need to know who this guy was. Maybe to compare myself against him. To see what he had that I do not. It was driving me crazy not knowing who he was, and what was so special about him that she would ruin a marriage for. After what seemed like an eternity, a woman that I recognised from my wife's office left the bar and got in a cab. Soon, other people started filing out, and a whole group came out, and people were hugging a man and shaking his hand. I assumed that I had my guy. I didn't see my wife, and I had a brief thought that maybe she had called it off. I unblocked her, but there were no messages. Everyone said their goodbyes and left. The dude was standing outside for a few minutes, and then my wife came out. She looked around, took his hand, and they started walking away together. Of all the emotions I went through, trepidation, sadness, anger, it was disgust that really encapsulated the event for me. This guy was short, fat, and bald. All the things I cannot compete with. Ultimately, I felt like a pervert for watching from a distance. I followed until they got to the hotel, and then turned around and went home. I woke up Sunday morning and put a lock on the master bedroom door. I moved her things to the spare room and left a note asking her to find another accommodation as quickly as possible. I visited another friend who's a lawyer, and he gave me some sage advice and a couple of recommendations for divorce attorneys and made the introductions. My wife has been calling me numerous times since around 11 or so. Once blocked, the calls would go to voicemail. I listened to the first couple, but felt nothing but some satisfaction when she couldn't get through to me, and she was obviously becoming concerned. I didn't want to go home, but I left in such a hurry that I didn't plan an overnight properly. I got home around 9, and as per my buddy's advice, I recorded the interaction. I was halfway up the stairs when she came up from the family room, asking what was going on. Could we talk? I thought we talked about this. I just answered with, I am not interested in discussing this tonight, I went to bed. After not getting a response from me through the door, she left me alone. I feel kind of like a child when I was her and shutting the door on her, but I just couldn't look at her. One day, I got up and ready for work. She was waiting for me and asked if we could discuss getting back to normal. I said, "You've been doing all the talking for the both of us in the last week. Why don't you just continue?" And I left for work. I have an appointment with the attorneys that my friend recommended this week. And there we go, guys. That is the end of that one. I don't really know quite what to make about this story because I feel like we've just encountered one of the most stupid women of all time. She is surprised when her husband of 20 years is annoyed at her because she cheated on him, and not with anyone, but with a short, fat man. It doesn't get any worse. Look, I'm all for it.
Okay, that's it.
What a trifecta that is. It's a short, fat. Yes, are you disrupting? I want to know. Now, one thing I will say before getting myself in trouble is that there is another comment here that I want to highlight because I think it's a very good comment that kind of, in all seriousness, I can only hope it's at the end of the day, all I want to is obvious to the wife, and I use that term. I don't know. What I don't like, sometimes the wife's dumb, and she's what makes it terrible, terribly potent combination. Good stuff, OP. Right, now our final story from this episode is actually one chosen by one of you guys. One of you asked me on Twitter saying, "Do you remember that face tattoo story that I narrated about 6 months, 12 months ago?" And I said, "You know what, I do." And then they said, "There's actually been an update to that post. If you don't remember the original, I will link it down below, probably on screen right now as well, the thumbnail or behind the I button." Pretty much, this woman gets a face tattoo and then wonders why her fiance is annoyed at her. Like, she doesn't even tell him, she just does it, and then it's like, "Oh, what, don't you like it?" He's like, "No." To be honest, it's quite a silly story. But one of you told me on Twitter that there's been an update, and there has. Just so we got this update, so here we go. About 9 months ago, my ex-fiance, Kim, got a face tattoo without telling anyone. This was just the start of her doing everything she could to ruin her life. She broke up with me and called off our 7-year relationship when I questioned why she did this. She worked in a client-facing job for an incredibly large financial institution and was let go within a month of showing back up for work after getting the tattoo. I kept in contact with Kim's sister, hoping for some news. They tried to get her help as they thought she was having some kind of psychotic break. However, she eventually called the police on her own family, claiming they were harassing her. After that, I decided to just walk away. Now, Kim didn't just destroy her own life. When she broke up with me, I felt numb. I knew this wasn't Kim doing this. I wanted to believe deep down that Kim was always like this. Always this impulsive, crazy, who would ruin her life by getting a face tattoo. I tried to convince myself that I've not lost the wonderful woman who I'd spent 7 years of my life with. However, clearly the person who made these choices was not Kim. The woman who told me over the phone she hated my guts for not supporting her. The woman who wrote she hated me and only understood the answer to me. That was not the woman I asked to marry. That was not Kim. That was someone who I came to find out was having a mental breakdown. That resulted in months of bad decisions that will affect the rest of my life. Today I walked away and told my sister I could not deal with it anymore. The worst day of my life. Maybe like a train. But not just the denial of what I lost into the months. I decided to quit my own job and move back home with my parents. I can only my grand boss of me so understanding that she let me take 4 weeks off to deal with what happened. She and the rest of my team went far beyond what should ever be expected of co-workers and management, but it makes me realise how close I was to leaving a job I actually enjoy. I never moved on from Kim, but I came to accept what had happened. I thought I was okay until 2 weeks ago. I got a call from Kim. She got my number and done everything she could to remove me from her life. My mind just blanked when I saw a her calling. I picked up, and it was actually her. We didn't talk. I didn't know what to say to her. We decided she'd come over to my place, and then we talked. The tattoo is still there, but she's covering it up now with makeup. She says when she has the funds, she's going to look into getting it removed if possible. She's lost a lot of weight since I last saw her. She's not been able to find a new job. She'll probably need to move to a new city for that. She wasn't the Kim I'd fallen in love with. She was like a shell of herself, and something just wasn't there anymore. She told me what had happened. Leading up to the tattoo was awful. That's the next hard up for her. I respect her and keep much of what she told me secret. However, the thing that's important is that she secretly started doing methamphetamines to keep up her performance at work and to deal with everything. And one day, she just out of nowhere decided she hated everything about her life. She explained why at the time she wanted the tattoo. It doesn't really make much sense, but a lot of what she was thinking at the time didn't. And from there, she just lost control of everything. I won't talk about what happened after she disappeared, but it's not pretty. These are things that she did that will follow her for the rest of her life. It explained a lot, but it didn't make things any better. We talked for nearly the entire night. She didn't leave my place until almost midnight. Since then, she said that she wants to try to get back again. She thinks she knows things saying, yet she wants to do it. I haven't talked to anyone about what I'm about to say yet. I've heard other people about it, but there's something about the way it acts, about the way it affected my life, that nerves me. That night, she said that I was lucky. Oh my God. I was lucky I didn't get put through any of this. I was lucky that my crazy ex wasn't at my door screaming or showing up to my work and causing a scene. She acts like my life wasn't affected at all. I told her what happened after she left, how much it hurt, how I almost quit my job and moved across the country. Her response was dismissive. Like, because I didn't go through with that, I don't get to complain. She acted like because I wasn't the one with a tattoo on her face, I don't get to act like it had long-lasting effects on me. She didn't even apologize for the explicit and hateful note she left with my things when she returned them. Or for the phone call, where she called me a manipulative, selfish jerk who only wanted her for her body, or even just for breaking up with me. She knows she was wrong to do it, but it's almost as if she's acting like because she had a breakdown, I can't hold her accountable for what she did to me because it wasn't long-lasting. I texted her last night, saying how hard it was for me when she left. She ignored it entirely and tried to move on. No acknowledgement at all. I don't know why, but it hurt me. It hurt me so much. I feel like I did back when all those emotions finally hit me after she left. I wish she'd just never come back into my life now. I wish I didn't know what happened. I wish I hadn't picked up the call. Because it hurts. But a part of me feels like I'm being selfish or complaining too much. That I don't get to feel this way because I'm not the one who had the mental breakdown. But there we go, a pretty similar story to the first one, truth be told. Both stories of a man who's been so deeply saddened, or I guess kind of even traumatized by their ex-wife now, or wife or fiance, half doing currently killing at me. Then even when that wasn't come back into their life, and you feel like both of these men might be saying, oh, you know what, I honestly like, I love you, I'm going to get back with you, get through this. They both, in my opinion, make the correct decision and say, you know what, no, I can't do that. What you did was really ridiculous, and it hurt me so much, and that's the end. And to both men, I have to commend them because I think they made the right decision, and I know in that position how hard that decision would be to make. So fair play to these guys. It's encouraging to do that, and yeah, I would just say put yourself in their position and think about how hard this actually be. Obviously, for someone like me or you look at it subjectively, you can think, okay, this woman is just crazy and stupid. But if you actually love that person, then that is a totally different conundrum. But yeah, as I said, I think they did the right decision. What do you guys think? Get in the comments down below. Anyway guys, that has been this one. Glad to be back. It's and firing. We're almost there. I was ever on a run today. Actually, the first time in a very, very long time. Doing massive messages. But I haven't exercised on back like this. There you go. So that's what a virus does to you. But I'm back now. Don't worry. Subscribe and get ready for another video coming tomorrow.
Burger Kitchen. Not very inspired restaurant name in my personal opinion. It's kind of like naming a restaurant Italian restaurant. But name aside, this episode of Kitchen Nightmares was very frustrating to watch because of how the owners of the restaurant treated their son. We're going to take a look at what happened in the episode, what happened after the episode, how Alan Stafford, one of the owners of the restaurant, has eyes for Dr. Burger Kitchen is located in Los Angeles, California, and run by the owners, Alan, Jen, and their son Daniel. And the kitchen is run by David Blaine. No, not that one. This one. Been open for Give it a good time. First goes to the restaurant and sits down to talk to the owners to get their opinions on what's going wrong. Alan is initially really excited about Gordon coming, and he can't wait for Gordon's help. If you've ever seen even one episode of this show, you know what's coming next. Alan explains that since they opened, Burger Kitchen has been through 10 chefs and 10 menus, and he thinks that's a big part of the problem. He then starts explaining his bizarre conspiracy theory about how Yelp has set out to destroy his business for some reason, and we get a little taste of the insanity to come. It's also explained that Alan inherited some money from his dad, about $250,000, to be invested in the business. Alan's son Daniel had also inherited $250,000 from his grandfather, and Alan was managing it. When Alan ran out of money for the business, he took his son Daniel's money and put it in the restaurant. That is the whole reason that Daniel is even involved. He had no intention of ever running the restaurant, but his money was stolen, and now his business is on the line too. But now it's time for Gordon to try the food, and Alan rated 4 out of 5. Gordon tries the food, and...
Bastard!
Unfortunately, most of his burgers came out raw, and he said the Australian beef pie was bland. Alan is completely incredulous that Gordon wouldn't like his food. And as per the show's formula, Gordon wants to talk with the chef and the owner. Here it becomes very apparent that David Blaine is the owner of the business. Especially David has worked in school, the chef doesn't do that because he has to do it the way Alan wants. But Alan and Jen think he's responsible for the bad food. Jen and David get into a huge argument, and eventually Gordon decides to try and find out if that's bad or not by asking him to make a burger exactly how he wants. But Alan is just so convinced that this food is great, back on the show next week, his own burger for Gordon's bar again. Gordon tries Alan's burger again and says it's garbage. He then tries David's burger and says it's great, and Jen looks really pissed about that. She and David absolutely despise each other. Jen tries David's burger and fake coughs to try and make David look bad. So the conversation quickly evolves back into arguing over who's responsible for poor food, and Jen gets pissed off and just leaves. Gordon follows her outside and finds her just awkwardly standing by a bush. She explains to Gordon that she's the victim and David's the bullet. Gordon finally convinces her to come back inside. The whole time this is going on, Alan is just sitting inside the restaurant by himself, eating the rest of the burger that Gordon didn't like. He's running back to the kitchen and his coffee is gold. But next it's time for the dinner service part of the show. We thought this was the kitchen before. Now Alan's son Daniel and his girlfriend are going to be working with Alan and Jen all at the same time. So you know it's going to go well. Right away there's confusion in the kitchen. David Blaine, the head chef, is confused by the ticket system, and Daniel tries to help him, but he just seems to get more confused and annoyed. Eventually, David and Daniel get into a huge argument, and after David threatens Daniel, Daniel snaps and fires him on the spot. Yeah, I think making casual threats of violence against your boss is probably not the best idea. I feel really bad for Daniel. It really seems like the stress of everything going on has worn him down to the point that he's totally out of patience. Gordon is obviously not happy with his development, and the kitchen falls even further into chaos. Why does everything in the kitchen seem to come out uncooked? He thinks that at some point, someone would figure out the cookie monster. But then David claims magically reappears and starts demanding the payment he's owed before he leaves, which causes a whole nother dramatic scene. Okay, so throughout the whole episode, David keeps making these accusations of drug and alcohol abuse to everyone, and they always seem really surprised. Like, I think he's literally just making them that, or really start taking the problem on Earth. I found it nice to find out about the episode kind of accusations of drug abuse. Why is he so obsessed with drugs? I can't think of so many people around that's how I would do it. Those are really fun to this episode. That's the summary. Maybe
glad that's over.
The episode. Gordon gets the owners and all the staff together in a theater, and he reveals that this crowd of people he's invited are in fact the Yelpers that Alan was so pissed about earlier. What's with people on this show thinking that Yelp is conspiring against them? Do they not understand how Yelp works? Anyone can write a review. Why would people conspire against you? So the Yelpers see a person. Alan sits there and pretty much looks pissed about everything. Some of the people even say that they made their account just to post that review. Like they were so offended that they made the account just to complain. But it gets worse, because Alan apparently responded to some of these people online. And by responded, I mean harassed. He threatened to report one of them to the hate crime division of the LAPD. What the hell, man? And the whole time, Vince was sitting there falling asleep. Daniel and his girlfriend are really the only two people who seem to give a shit about being there. After all the Yelpers have given their feedback, Alan starts to go on a rant about how it's all a conspiracy. But I guess Daniel is as sick of his shit as I am, because he cuts him off mid-sentence and tries to explain that they shouldn't focus on the right way. But finally, Gordon brings in another restaurant owner who explains to Alan how criticism works, how to be an adult. And finally, Alan admits that he was wrong. Then they have another sit-down together to try and work out the personal problems that they have with each other, and she hits the fan again. Daniel confronts his dad about stealing his money, and then Daniel's girlfriend also complains about how much Daniel's being taken advantage of. Just the entire time, Gordon's just sitting there like, bruh. But finally, Daniel's parents ask him what he wants from them, and all he wants is for his parents to stuff, and for his parents and his girlfriend to get along. But apparently that's just difficult for Jen, who outright says she cannot get along with Winnie, much to Gordon's dismay. Earlier in the episode,
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it.
Autobiography where he talks about growing up with his father. Gordon points out how so many of the students that Alan's dad presented to the book are being done to his son by him. Finally, after being shown how much like his father was Alan admits he was wrong, commits to change, and Jen says she'll do her best to try to get along. I mean, don't try too hard to put yourself now. And now it's time for the redesign part of the episode. So the new redesigned restaurant is revealed and everyone's brother, Alan seems sincere about having the result. Of course, also gives them a viewpoint of sales systems while it's important for the wait, which was really amazing tech back in 2011. So I'm going to cut off the board for the time to be on this. That is the time to log in and go. Start out really well. But then Alan becomes the kitchen and introduces everyone and knows he's supposed to stay behind the bar. This causes a few words to draw wrong, but after Alan go back behind the bar, he overcomes the situation and the service goes pretty well. The episode ends Michael cuts off the cord and tells Alan and James to let Daniel Gordon also tells Daniel privately that while he shouldn't forget what his dad
Holy
did,
hell.
he should forgive him since his dad passed away and he regrets not being able to tell him what he needed to before he died. And the narrator explains that after the show filmed, the restaurant continued to do well with Daniel at the reins. And that's how the episode ends. So what happened to Burger Kitchen? Are they still open? Did they keep Gordon's menu? Did Daniel and his dad fix their relationship? And how is Alan and his family tied to the criminal underground? Let's start with the fate of the actual restaurant itself. According to this Eater.com article, the restaurant went under new management in August of 2011. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Was Alan and the rest of the family still working there, or did they leave the business altogether? Unfortunately, it doesn't go into a ton of detail, and I couldn't find out much else about it. The actual Burger Kitchen episode aired in November of 2011. I'm not sure when it was filmed, but from previous experience, I would assume not more than a year prior. So they changed ownership not long after filming, and before the actual episode even aired on TV, which is a real shame. That still wasn't enough to save the restaurant, and according to RealityTVUpdates.com, it closed down in February of 2012, only 3 months after the episode aired on TV. And as further proof, here you can see the Google Maps view from the street as of March 2021, and yeah, it's gone. So what happened to the family members? Did Alan and Daniel really reconcile their differences and make up? Well, I think our answer to that comes on September 9th of 2013, when Daniel filed a lawsuit against his dad for either fraud or breach of contract. I'm not entirely sure there. I am not a lawyer. Unfortunately, there isn't much more information here, and I can't see the full document without paying a bunch of money to this website, so we don't really know what the outcome was, except that it says other right here. There's also this timeline of events at the bottom here, but having no legal background doesn't mean much to me. If any lawyers are watching, you can share some insight on this, but please leave a comment down below. But based on that, it's pretty obvious that the relationship between Daniel and his dad is back to how it was before the show was filmed. And I would say that's pretty expected. You can't fix major problems like that in just a week. It's still pretty sad. And unfortunately, on April 19th, 2020, Alan passed away from a heart attack as he was here from an obituary. And after reading the obituary and doing some research, I found out some more interesting facts about Alan. He was actually the manager for Taco Bell, the actor who played the killer in the Saw movies. Here's some pictures of them together in Burger Kitchen. So now let's talk about Alan's ties to the Australian criminal underworld. Alan's dad was this man, Abe Savron. After getting out of the Australian military, Abe eventually became a hotelier. Hotelier? Now I need to preface this by saying that these are all allegations. Allegedly, Abe got the black market liquor sales and made enough money to become kind of a crime boss. He's been accused of committing pretty much every crime in the world. The guy's nickname was Mr. Sin, for God's sake. He was accused of playing a part in starting the ghost train fire at Luna Park, an incident which killed 6 kids and 1 adult. ABC actually did a documentary on the incident called The Ghost Train Fire, where they pretty much the crime. He was also accused of the murder of Juanita Nielsen, who was an anti-development campaigner. And as far as I can tell, anything he was ever actually charged for was tax evasion, just like Al Capone. And he served 3 years for that. So the moral of the story is, don't trust the IRS. So yeah, it seems like he was a pretty bad dude. I guess Alan doesn't seem all that bad by comparison. There was a part of the episode where Alan gave Gordon his book, and he explained that when he was younger, he decided to leave Australia to do the story. But his dad wanted him to be part of his business. He told Alan that if he left Australia, he would cut him off forever. So based on what he said and what I've read, it sounds like his dad wanted him to be a part of his legacy criminal business, and he wanted to be part of it. Why he left him in New York, and his dad cut him off. His Savron died in September of 2006. Little unclear exactly how much money was left in Daniel and Alan. Some articles that I've read, like this one Herald, say that Alan received $500,000. But in the episode, it's between $500,000 and $650,000. Maybe the amount mentioned in the episode, which is how much he had left when he went to open the restaurant, or maybe he split it in half with his son, but in any case, it seems clear that pretty much everyone else connected to his dad got a lot more money than Alan. Alan was not happy about that. He told the article instead, I'm so devastated by what happened to Will, which Alan Savron, because I could see the feeling. I get knocked out in a terrible way. He went on to say, my actress, Lisa, his daughter, maybe, says Alan with an extra voice, she's going to walk away with close to $4 million. I only get 500,000. I'm the only son, the only legitimate child. So I guess that is kind of a difficult thing to do to your own son, but at the same time, $500,000 is a lot of money to give. I'm surprised you got it all, to be honest. There's tons more info out there about this background, but that's pretty much I wonder what the record or Alan Roll this episode. Info was readily available, so what do we know? Reality is usually that comes down to the problem. I don't think there's a lot of guys maybe about the background. Allegedly, a very all I can find about Jen is Alan that he's still alive as well. But what about Daniel and his girlfriend? Well, I couldn't find much information about them. I had any kind of online study, but one interesting thing I did find is what I said. Not one employee, but remember this guy was the whole time? I was going to see that video of Daniel. Posted on December 4th, 2011, and you remember, Restaurant was posted on August 15th, several months before then. Well, I don't know if it's still working there at the time, or if the video was filmed much earlier and posted later. So wherever it is, I hope it's good. And last week, let's talk about women. We also didn't have much information on my cousin, but I did find out that she was active on her IMDb page. She has 4 movies that she did. Brown, unnamed security guard with black feet. Might have been how they met. Alan was involved in the That's pretty much all we know about Daniel and Wendy. I don't really blame them for disappearing from the internet. They probably just want to start with their lives, and it's kind of funny to do that with everyone for one thing. I'm bringing it up over and over again. But I guess that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments below. Also, I started a Patreon not too long ago if you really want to help support the channel. But thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.
Well, this looks important.
Couldn't even open them. Alright.
In this video, I'm going to take a look at the Black Pearl from Kitchen Nightmares Season 2 and find out if it's still open. The Black Pearl episode was one of those episodes where Gordon left on really bad terms with the owners. Well, two of them anyways. By the end of the episode, they were ready for him to be gone, and they pretty much told him to fuck off in any words. So let's take a
Alrighty then. I didn't think I'd go directly into another boss fight, but here we are. Well, so when I break the crystals, I can hide in them most likely. Healing items don't even really matter here because I only get one shot. I die otherwise. Well, shit.
Okay, this is it.
I did not see the cube. Well. Damn it.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, that's just the one I already. That's the. So if it was the alien that shot, I already finished the cube. Okay, noted. So I've just moved to normal positions where it can't hit me then. Wait, what? It changed sides? That didn't happen last time. Never mind. I guess I'm just not permanently safe in that corner when I break that cube. Noted.
Here we go.
No. Damn it. This cube is just more annoying than anything, because you're not allowed to make mistakes.
Damn it.
was in my embalmed frames from reviving and couldn't get up. God damn it.
The episode and find out if the restaurant survived after it aired. At the beginning of the episode, the narrator explains that the Black Pearl was originally started by two friends as a small lobster shack downtown, and then they brought in a third partner slash investor and moved to Midtown. The original two owners are Brian and David, and the new investor is Greg. But it turns out that the restaurant started losing money, and the relationship between the three owners completely broke down. The staff complains that there's no decisive leadership, and one employee says that David is egotistical and peaceful. Gordon shows up to the restaurant and starts asking the employees about what's wrong with the business, but they explain that the three owners are never in the restaurant at the same time. Presumably, these staff don't get along. While Gordon starts to do the story, David, one of the owners, shows up looking like this. He looks like a suburban dad that wants to be a mob boss. Gordon introduces himself, and the cutaway shot is that he thought Gordon was confrontational, so I'm not sure why, because all he's getting out of the basic questions about the role of the restaurant. Next, Gordon goes down to private food. Gordon finds several statements like and not surprisingly, there's nothing good to say about any of them. He compared the Connecticut lobster to being a wet diaper. By this point, all three owners have introduced themselves, and David comes across as pretty arrogant and confrontational. Greg seems
Alright,
nice and friendly,
come and get
and
some.
Brian is kind of standoffish and quiet. After Gordon eats, he calls the three owners and the head chef about the food. He complains about the lobster. David says that's the way that food is made. And Gordon explains that that's not the way it is. Like the doctor didn't like at all. After talking with all three owners, it seems like the manager of the restaurant said that maybe doesn't feel like they can't effectively run a restaurant. They can't sit down together without arguing, and in order for anyone to make a decision, they have to vote on the service. Ultimately, it's not to run a restaurant by themselves, it's time, and hopefully, therefore, it's not so having to die. But next, we move on to the episode where Gordon watches a normal interview, and as usual, there are plenty of mistakes. Maybe it's bad, but one thing is he wants to have their money. Personally goes over to talk to him. He explains that there's some fault to the fans for money. One of the employees says he simply thinks that Gordon likes him because Gordon has a full perspective. Then another conflict arises when the unsupported relationship comes back to the kitchen. Both Gordon and the head chef say that he smells off. But David says he smells fine. That's really more job. Then Gordon goes back into the refrigerator and discovers that the monsters they were selling as a monster are actually the main monsters. They talk about active questions of the monsters. Gordon confronts David about falsely advertising the monster, and he says, no, animals, Omar's Americana. Same animal, right? Starting off that definitely not what you found in the know-it-all. So I was really curious about whether or not there really is an effective, measurable so I did some research, and all I could find were several websites that pretty extensively claim that while many Canadian monsters are technically
No! Why did he come back immediately? Normally it makes the full round trip.
waters around Canada, and I think the main monsters are in the show.
Keeps changing the fucking rules on me.
These are all random websites with questionable reputability. None of them had any sources, and some of them were selling Maine lobsters. But I haven't seen anything like scientific evidence to back up the claim. Maine lobsters are somehow better. So I guess the jury's out and what sort of notice on that. Anybody knows about any kind of scientific studies that have been done on this? Please let me know in the comments. So while I'm not totally sure Maine lobsters are objectively better, I do think it's some suggestion of the fact that they involve advertising. Whether they can objectively or not, it's more than saying lobsters are the same, but it is better. But Gordon is unable to communicate that they are strong and so long. In any case, Gordon is also back together because the staff writes anonymous questions to their bosses. One employee asks David why he is going to start on Instagram. He says, they know where the business are, because they're going to be away. And another employee asks him directly, why don't you just call him to work? David considers making his own upgrade by using extra tips. And Gordon David and tells them that he's pretty cool too, but ultimately he decided that one of the owners should temporarily general manager for the house equipment, and he decided that Greg is the best person to do the job. So for the next dinner service, David and Greg take turns exercising and decides that Ryan is really from the restaurant as home. Some of them and afterward, Gordon actually sat up to vote on this one permanent general manager. All but one vote is red, and those interested in going to agree to the rest of the general manager. But now it's time for the restaurant design part of the episode. Gordon reveals that the restaurant and everyone uses red. The restaurant is Gordon asks him what he thinks about it, and he starts complaining about the color of a column. Gordon just kind of laughs it off, but satisfied. And cutaway side, this is about the game. Everything's reorganized. There's no way to do it. Along the way,
Oh my god, it was the last shot. I couldn't find the last side of the cube to shoot.
And Gordon also got a guy in a lobster mascot costume to help promote the business. Oh god, look at it. And David is just standing there unconvinced that any of this is going to help increase business to the restaurant. He had this to say about Gordon's marketing technique. Going to Times Square with a lobster guy where all the tourists are and tell them to come down to the restaurant. I'm not going to do that. I'm just surprised. And then when Gordon David starts talking about several of the issues. Everyone else says well, the restaurant dinner service starts with restaurant, and David and Ryan are almost there again. They start getting heavy, and they start to get overwhelmed with all the orders, but all-time greatest lunch and David, Ryan, and Buddy are sitting in the dining room while David talks about everything. About the decor, restaurant lunch, complains about the cold service, about bread, complains about the cold spot. Chris says, what did you do? And one calls complaint. David says, not a gun. What? But Spicy wants the entire service, Fred never gives up, and they make the service all right. And lastly, the part of the show where Gordon sits down with the owner and gives them a little pep talk before he gives a lot of praise to Fred and tells him that he has what it takes to build a restaurant. He tells David and Ryan that they don't give a shit about the restaurant. David takes a lot of offense at that, but Gordon doesn't say anything more. He says that he's passionate, told you about the restaurant. David and Ryan like that. I disagree with you on almost everything you said. And Gordon asks him why he disagrees. And he responds, you're wrong. Ray Gordon is wrong. And Gordon responds to good, bad. Gordon David responds to fight what a I'm so grateful to you. I love what you've done. I think this is brilliant. And then the editors play back tons of clips of David complaining about the issue and everything else. After several more minutes of heartbreak, either of them is going
Why did it... There's shockwaves now?
that's how the episode ends.
I didn't get shockwaves and just... so I couldn't roll anymore?
Back to keep the restaurant survive. At the end of the original episode, when Gordon told David that he would go back to his old ways,
This
the
isn't
restaurant,
looking
he
good.
responded, I'll tell you what, why don't you come back in, and you know what, I'm sure you will. See how it goes. In a really condescending tone. So I guess Gordon took him up on that option. So who was right? Have a still open for the previous episode? It will probably surprise no one to hear that there's yeah. I mean, they were doing that before the show, but then David went on TV and actually told the guy that. Not to mention the fact that he got exposed for trying to sell the restaurant for his name on it. He wasn't even apologetic about it. He wouldn't want to go to the restaurant before and top dollar for a lobster that he wasn't getting from him. This episode, Gordon goes back to the David restaurant and is now occupied by a lobster. He goes inside and talks to the owner. But they don't have too much to say about the owners because they only see the message once. I think Gordon knows them to make them decisions. I guess he's right. I think all the way over here, I am going to see and pass judgment on something. So he tries their food, says it's good, and then he calls up one of the servers, my Pearl named and asks him about what happened to him. He said that after Gordon left, he kind of went back to the way they were. And then Gordon starts asking
Why did it go back? Oh my god. It keeps changing the path now faster.
Let's start with David, whose full name is David Leonard. So the first thing I found out is that David Leonard is apparently a musician. But I'm going to come back to that in a minute because it turns out that after going on the show, David had a lot to say Nightmare. On October 17, 2008, not long after the episode Nightmare, Future.com published an article with a very salty narrative of Black Turtle. It turns out that the restaurant closed down just 4 days after the episode aired on September 2008. So this is only about 3 weeks after it closed down. This letter from the owners is signed David, Brian, and Greg, but I think after I read it, you might doubt that all these owners had it right like I do. But here's what they have to say. Hello everyone. Well, after 2 years, we supplied our last plan and struck our last goal. On October 1st, we sold our piece to someone who considered purchasing some high cost in the city. And you may know, February, we filmed an episode of Big Nightmare at our restaurant, Home in Quebec. We were naive. We felt what we were filming on. We felt we could learn something from that show. And we anticipated a solid food sales and publicity. Sad fact is, from the beginning, we were sure the show was a show. The very first day they were already ran by the press, by our regular customers, and with a direct cause of the drop in revenue, and we were never able to find it recover. Our hope was that we finished our full reality responded to their day about 6 July. We were not able to contain ourselves until September when the final broadcast. Especially with the daily inflicted upon us by the start of September. Well, I don't know if it really was but anyway, we really expected to go out of the way to help you. That's exactly what it is, right? While the partners certainly weren't on the best of terms, I do think it's exactly on the show in order to make our restaurant. But during the film in February, it became clear that the show was a complete man. Maybe the series set up stages to take the script, and their expert editing tells you only half of it. The part that made their star shine and bright. All of my brilliant and pointed comebacks left on the cutting room floor. Darn the luck. So, that the first or second comeback would have meant that like everyone would overlook the false advertising stuff burned. In fact, Gordo's were horrible. Here's the buffet offerings of the cruise ship in 1950. Lobster mayonnaise, shrimp booty with exotic dressing. You guys just will laugh at this utter failure. Innovations have nothing to do with our concept of lobster stack, something he clearly knows nothing about. For God's sake, he thinks the Canadian and Maine lobster are 2 different species. Maybe he thinks the Canadian lobsters have an accent. Butter, eh? Yeah, I think those editors probably did you a favor by cutting your jokes out. Finally, his big design change, the Lobster Arcade game, was nothing short of asinine. After the film's grand reopening dinner, attended by actors we learned who responded to the producer's priceless ad and were instructed to order the new Gordy Ramsay special, very few ever ordered the lobster béarnaise again. And who can blame them? Greasy potatoes, buckets of oil, egg and butter? Nice one, Gordo. Real good idea. But what really sealed our fate was his bastardization of our award-winning lobster roll. To improve upon our recipe, he cut the amount of lobster in half, added lemon, lettuce, celery, salt and pepper, and way too much mayo. Of course, it didn't work. It served us right for allowing a potty-mouthed tea bag to mess with our New England cuisine. We should have taken a page out of history, revolted, sent him packing and bleeding back to King George. Anyway, enough sour grapes. While I hope Gordo meets an untimely death so that I can dance on his grave, it is time to move on. Dude, what the fuck? That is an unbelievable amount of salt. The point is, we would like to thank you all for your support during our brief time operating what we thought was the best seafood shack in New York. My partners and I really did care about everything we offered at Black Pearl, so we didn't care enough to sell you real Maine lobster or admit that it was Canadian. From the inception, we did our best to keep the concept pure. We made every effort to be fair to our customers, our staff, and ourselves. We remember fondly those crazy nights with Sherry Vine, Sean Lynch's Rat Pack review, the Rasta Christmas party, and their brilliant musings of pianist Tommy Mandel. We were lucky to have you all aboard. And, of course, we thank our loyal staff for all their hard work, especially Teru, Charles, Lana, Lisa, and Steve. Perhaps we'll do it again. Sounds like my partner's bullets whizzing by my head. I don't know. If we do, we'll be sure to spread the word. For now, we'll take advantage of the newfound holes in our schedules to relax with our families and friends. Love and best fishes, David, Greg, and Brian. Okay, so in my humble opinion, it really seems like David
Well,
wrote
that's
that on his
odd.
own and just kind of stuck together two owners' names on there to make his complaint seem more credible. But obviously, I'm just speculating there. Let me know what you guys think. I just can't really imagine the other two writing anything.
Wait! Stop! I know them! They're my friends! Please! What are you doing here?
You saved my ass. I'm here to save yours.
Wow. You didn't have to do that.
Well, you were pulled screaming into a giant crystal, so I kinda did.
Right. I guess I would have done the same. But how did you find me?
To be honest, I'm not sure. But I think it has something to do with this.
They risked their life to find me. You can trust them.
Anomaly.
What are you?
The Keeper.
The keeper of what?
The realm in which you now reside. All realms. All my mandate to protect.
What is it talking about?
This is the labyrinth. A place between worlds. Connecting the worlds. The Keeper protects all of them from the root. We got them out of Earth, but the others...
There is little time. System failure is imminent. This segment. Where did you find it?
I killed something, and it kinda fell out.
Interesting. A failsafe.
Is that bad? That sounds bad.
No. It's... good.
The index can be repaired. 3 outcomes emerge, where once there was one.
We could do it. We could end the root.
More segments are required. The anomaly will retrieve them.
Wait, what about her?
The tide must be stemmed. The utility must remain.
The utility? Do you mean Clementine?
Yes. Clementine. Corruption tears at the seams of this realm. Yet the doorways remain. Gateways to other realms. This key grants passage. Find the segments and return them to me.
Hey, Traveler. I hope it didn't cost you too much to find me. Well, I'm sorry anyway. You shouldn't have had to come after me. I'd have told you if I could. So, how's the ward? Yeah, that sounds like Bo. Well, if you see him again, tell him I'm fine. More than fine. I'm... at peace. Not that that'll keep him from worrying. I do. For so long now, I felt lost. Especially on Earth. I felt like I was living someone else's life. I joined the Dreamer program with the promise of making a difference. A chance to do something that mattered. I thought I'd found it on Reesum, but it didn't last. It wasn't real. But these powers, everything that's happened to me, it's all been leading me here. This is where I'm meant to be. this is where I'm needed. No. I mean, maybe? I don't know. It's complicated. There was a time I thought the ward would never be home again. It still isn't. Though, that doesn't mean it won't ever be. But I'm needed here now. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I can't go back, Traveler. Not right now. No. Not that I've bothered to look. That old man's got his own journey. Same as me. Nothing that'll make sense, probably. The labyrinth isn't what it looks like. But it also is? Let me try again. Most of this place is like thought and energy. There's so much more to it than what your senses see. I only know that because of my bond with the Keeper. I mostly feel the labyrinth, like a heartbeat, or sunlight. And like both of those things, it's connected to everything. Yeah, sorry. I don't really understand it all myself. I'm not even sure I can. Try asking the Keeper about it. Their answers might not make much more sense than mine. Take care of yourself. Okay? And hey, if you see the ward again, tell Bo... Tell everyone that I'm okay. They don't need to worry about me.
Anomaly. What does it require? The seat of all worlds. First the core, then the labyrinth, then all worlds that are, were, or shall be. The core has been purged of corruption, yet corruption remains. All must be purged. The labyrinth must hold fast, must be last to fall. Little that has not been said. Their origin is unclear. Their existence unexpected, yet ideal. A failsafe in the event of utter collapse. The segments repair the index. The index purges the corruption. New outcomes emerge. The anomaly's involvement has altered probabilities. Altered them further. Find the remaining segments. The Creator. The Creator. Obscured. The Creator is the Creator. The first was extracted from an entity of great power. Logic dictates. The others are dissembled within the same. Search the worlds. Seek out other powerful entities. Extract hesitancy irrational. Either the anomaly erases one life, or the root erases all. There are no other outcomes. Short-term outcomes are likewise simplistic, for the entities in question erase lives as well. Erasure is unavoidable. Entropy deliberate. This one seeks to maintain the cycle. Unknown. The intersection of worlds with surviving entities of sufficient power, and worlds for which corruption has not made them untraversable. The intersection is small. Start with one, then search another. The labyrinth is the connection of all. I have provided the maximum help that I can. All endeavors will fail if I do any more. You are the resource now. Find the segments and return. I am the Keeper. I was the first to rise. I will be the last to fall. Kidnap. Misnomer. The utility was required. The utility has been acquired. The utility consents and remains. Clementine bears the nature of both core and guardians. The utility understands what is needed. She understands the Keeper. I can no longer maintain stability on my own. The utility is a necessary resource. Entity Clementine was key to stabilizing the system, to preserve the worlds.
You're back. What did you bring me?
If they involve a pilot in front of you, the pilot will eviscerate, you will uncloak, and you'll be ready to give them right away the sound you want. Now, unfortunately, this whole plan has one tiny little one small bit of conflict. If the survivor is smart, and they realize that only fast-forward these pilots, that's how the solution works, they can simply snowball back and forth, and you can't really do anything. You'll be forced to simply, uncloak and then play it normally. So now I'm going to ask you, how many survivors do you think, in the course of a few games, did this? How many survivors know about this? The answer might not show you much at all. Let me show you some of the scenarios. This might actually be a very good for a black. Alright. Remember, they hear my radius right away. It's not like normal. This could work. All they do is just chase right now. Oh, she's gonna use it with them? There's no way. Alright, show us. Okay, well that was pretty quick. okay. I didn't even need to do that, honestly. It might have been better not to, so that they don't know about Bamboozle and the solution already. Well, the solution shows up as a little red icon. So they would know anyway. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. Wait, yeah. Why don't they snowball them? Nobody knows about that. Oh, right. Mind you, this is a game with 4 medkits, so this would be the kind of match where Ray can very easily struggle.
I see you, traveler. I knew you'd say that.
I think the person that was here stepped out for the unblock.
Okay, so that's what the simulacrum stuff is for. It's to upgrade my charges. So I have to go pay, so I just have to earn 1,000 to pay for the next one. Or I could sell. We'll see.
Alright,
don't.
Okay.
Wait, for real?
I didn't know the
Folks around here have been worried sick about her. Well,
She messed up.
what? You sound like you've been drinking too much of Mudtooth's tonic. You know that, right? All right. Well, is she coming back?
Yeah, mas tomorrow's on the League of Power.
So long as she's all right, I guess. So now that you found her,
No.
does that mean you're here to stay?
You can't get close enough to the center of it. I thought you could up Hey, yo.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe all those words were put into the same sentence, or that I even understood some of it. Our lives got pretty weird, huh? I guess, well, I ain't going nowhere then. I'll be here. Just make sure you come back, okay? Hey, you're back.
Oh, I can buy another Sigilite from here.
Yeah, I don't care. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Wait, chat, smash it? Or what's it just same stuff? Okay, where? I don't have to worry about this one. It's not that small. How will you do that? Say this will last coming up. Alright, time to go it up.
I'll be here when you get back.
Wait, why did I get a quote? Oh, just the stuff. I forgot the most basic thing. This shit's out of time or whatever. Yeah! I wasn't doing it though. Here. How nice that is. I read there's a quote there. Oh, let's do it for a second.
Traveler.
Oh,
They don't like it when I help you. Until next time.
I'm still gonna get job. This is tired. Oh, that was a sharp turn. Alright, so all we've done here is basically exchange. Not quote this one. But they still can use that as in cards. We could get a couple olives out of the way. Alright, let's go. Now, with 8 stacks, it'll be one of the obsessions coming to go. Do something, look in the action. Honest sense, not even that down the number. Oh, someone knows. Honey. Sorry, right here. Where? Let's get a bear. Let's go. I'm not even gonna try to play around the bug block. My turret is staying, so it's possible. I don't even need to oh, this is so funny. Oh my god, this might be the best map we could have gotten. Oh, I'm thinking this over the game. Except this is probably rougher because on this map you can get to play around the middle and it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to spot it, you never get lost, you always know what.
How goes it, friend?
You did have a stint there. Damn, that look, cheer it up. If I were new to the game, I would think that's a cheater. Nice slide. Not really, that was terrible. She has a window.
Be safe out there.
This sailor's was just scaring me. I'm pretty sure she's dead now. Did I move here? No, almost always. Man could heal. Onto the foot. Like, think about how little progress they get on. Considering, oh, I don't get, yeah, this would normally burn you out of cloak, and it would be very, very slow. But they patched that out. Flash mines. Don't really do anything else, but alright. Yeah, no wonder he wants to be killed. You still want to take or not? Look, this pilot is insane. This pilot is insane. Does she slow vault it? They have no idea. They have no idea. No one plays against this bird. To the point where they have no idea how to control it. Anyway. Yeah, now I must find a way to do such. Also a slide? Yeah, that's not help. What? No, don't. I am enduring, bro. I don't think I've
Here they come.
Alright. Let's not do this again, I guess. But why wouldn't you like this map in Spotter? It doesn't get much easier. This is incredible. Keep in mind, here there is. Hey yo, what's up? River stars? Typical rivers is straight out long motion. Cancel it so that you can catch up. Oh, obsession again. Check on that one. Oh, who's the one pick up in this map, I guess? They're not here at all. Okay. Check.
Okay, whole other world. How many of these are there? Find these segments, huh? While Clementine and that talking ball of light hang out and meditate? Sure, that's fair. Here they come.
This one looks dangerous.
I do hold the opinion that drop the check pilot at 5 gems or whatever, it's completely fine if it's to prevent an important hit.
Over there!
That's not what's gonna happen at all. So then you give me gems, but I'm like, that's I'm the skill that called. She didn't come. Oh, and she didn't crawl underneath it.
Must not sleep. Or she'll fight me. Got you in my sight. Pull together for the Dren!
But also I know that she has no anti-talent perks because they all get disabled. It's not a big deal. That's alright. Oh yo! That girl has certain panel. That's not flashing out. Really good. Alright. So that gem went, and the other one was probably started as Cheryl's over there, so let's see if I can find her. Wow, she heals herself. No problem. All this, right? That's the thing about Mafuso is that he works out of chase on the other perks. Alright, let's bring it. Oh, wait a minute! You can even get mine! What? I'm gonna forget to swing. I think I might be able to do this tight. Yeah, sure thing. Oh, alright, let's see if this skill finally figures out.
We'll spill your blood outside!
He has no idea. Like, your aim is close. Even if you're out of beauty, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble at all. Just stand still and slow hold it.
We'll spill your blood, outsider!
And now she's in a horrible spot.
We will end them!
Well, actually, he was trying to save her teammate. That would be nice.
You die!
Well, at least that's over.
Oh wait! Trumpet lady! What are you doing setting up for the next game? I'm not afraid because I haven't heard if she did trumpet. It'll be fine. All I need to do is... Okay. Oh, you...
Here! Get down!
Come on.
You'll die for that!
Again, she can wait by the window and just...
Stand together!
I was blown by the way. I need the... Honestly, this game is yeah, very good. To the point where... Wait, what? I didn't see what I was.
Don't let me stay!
Nonsensical. It's almost like the ones she wants to be. Oh my god, she wants to prove me wrong. I missed that actually. That wait, was there? Absolutely there. My bad. 5 star. What? Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
Damn. Is it over?
This guy's on his second book. I might actually not want to chase him. I'm gonna see if he gives me a free down. No one thinks of it. No one absolutely thinks of it. They all drop the pallet. Oh, very nice. Very nice. This must be Cheryl. This too, honestly, this is a good idea from Cheryl, but she's not gonna vote, let's say, correct? There's actually... Wait a minute. But, the solution from down here is still up. Oh, if I didn't just stop there. Does he have a life or something? started this yet. I think I got it, but that's a bit unfortunate that we lost some of these stacks. That girl might have off the record, I didn't hear any pain noises from her. So that girl might legitimately be healthy for all intents and purposes. That girl doesn't look like her very much. I'm gonna assume at this palette. And that's what I'm talking about. Oh baby, that's what I'm talking about. If you get stuck on the same side from the survivor with endurance and you're not cloaked, the recovery is fast enough that they cannot get away with it. I wonder if they could get away with it with like Obsidian. Nah, it's not that big. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got it. Unless you back from it, I'm sure they can have it down or that. I think they for a very long time. I was gonna say, what's your option? Alright, you're insane, lady. You're insane. Like you're at the point where if you go down, it's not gonna matter that you're not gonna walk. Oh my god, that was a sick body block. What? That was insane, actually. That was really good. She used an anti-net spring. Well, yeah, like we're at the point where it doesn't matter that you're not there.
Oh, that smell.
I just downed you. Guess what? You guys don't have enough people left. So downing you would not be a waste of time. Would actually get you all killed. That was a really interesting body block from this girl. And that was like a little bait where it's like a hit really simple, but then she has her trigger still running. I've seen very good survivors use moves like that in class, where they pretend to do something stupid and obvious that a lot of survivors do. You know, make it look like a mistake, and actually you are made to swing and miss it, which is bad for you. Because then if they do make distance, you know, you're slowing yourself down with every swing. I'm not sure how much distance you lose exactly, but it's something. Okay. That was really good of her. Oh man, I wasn't sure we could get that. Are you dead now? Yeah, you're all dead. It's gonna go back to last chapter. The one Frank was working on was like in this hot water right? We're gonna go one place, it would be there. And again, maybe they try to heal. I don't know if that, but see if they go to that thing. Yeah, I love hot water. They didn't heal. This build feels really strong for a build that doesn't have any
Come here.
like this is real like a normal game.
The dark. It calls us.
Yet we have none of that.
It kills us.
Maybe this map is not so accurate.
A creature hides in the dark, calls to us, kin against kin, feeds on us, feeds on each other, kin against kin, kin light. Light the blight. The only way. Light the blight. Only way. I saw it. Riding a Dran. Others came and killed him. And then killed each other. Until there was only one left. The creature grabbed the one. Grabbed him. Took him. Feasted. And I wanted it too. Take me! Fill me! Kill me, but no. I ran! Nothing good, that feeling! I ran here! And I stay here! But still I want it! Kill him! Grab it! Make it mine! Oh, I'd kill to have it, mate. Kill him! Kill you! Kill anyone! But no! I mustn't. Yes. Yes.
Bye-bye. See you, Nia. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's fine.
Changed. Something changed. And after everything went different, a stranger came. That Dram became popular, and before nightfall, that Dram was dead, and the creature took the killer. And soon, they was all dead but one. Good! Yes! But no. No, don't go after it. Stay away from the shadows. You don't. Kill the kin, and it takes you, kin against kin. Seize the day. Help. Oh yeah, I'll help. You come back with it, I'll help get it off. I'll help. I want to help. Want it? Watch the dark. Light the blight. That's it. For now. Damn it. Yeah.
Would you try this Chinese street food? The rocks are seasoned with chili, garlic, purple perilla, and rosemary. The dish is known as suadayo, meaning suck and throw away. The dish goes for 16 yuan, $2.30.
So I guess you could say we hit rock bottom.
Great.
Oh, sorry. Hey, I got a problem with that joke. Stop doing those things. That is perfectly good food you're wasting. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory, where today we're discussing a rock and a heartbreak. A recent viral trend coming out of China showed chefs and street vendors cooking off rock. Yeah, this is a tradition that dates back hundreds of years. Pebbles are collected, cleaned, and then cooked with herbs, spices, and vegetables. Obviously, you're not actually supposed to eat the rock. You're just supposed to suck on them for the flavor and then throw them away. Then again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you do want to swallow them, that's your fault. I've heard of those before, but it's ridiculous.
Well, don't let him get away!
Okay. So what's up with the internet start gnawing on well, certified rock, or more appropriately known as Siotu. Siotu is have spoken of for me. There we go. Originated in the Chinese province of Hubei. Province often refers to the land of ancient blood. So there's very little written record of this thing. We know that this was invented by both rock at the bottom of rivers where they collected sediment and natural flavors from the wild lake and water. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about natural flavors from whatever the heck was lying down at the bottom of the river. Over time, these river systems just naturally developed some fishing bait that was very enhanced with dried rock at a time. Other all in salt, garlic, ginger, and fat to absorb the rock flavor. Like I said, that is on fire about these things. And for a number of reasons that you can probably guess. The first obvious one being that it's not every day that you see street vendors pancake flipping pebbles for the tourists. I've actually visited the street markets of Beijing and Shanghai for this. Stand out from the crowd. Those bigger people find with stir-fried rocks is why? Why is this a trend at all? Is this real? Are people being serious about this? If so, could this trend actually have itself any sort of staying power? Well, the answer to all these questions is a resounding yes. And not only could stir-fried rocks be around for a long time, you might just be looking at the next high-end, exquisite food craze that's about to sweep the globe. Yeah, sweep the globe sounds like it's a bold claim from some guy on the internet and some rocks frying in a pan. I get that. But even be saying that, it's impossible. Do you even know where this dish comes from? And yeah, I do. What a great segue to get a little bit more stir-fried rocks now at the top of everyone's menu. Unsurprisingly, they were originally only consumed by fishermen in the Hubei region, where there was literally no other food options available. Which makes a lot of sense. Only start eating rocks as your absolute This also happened in a pre-industrialized era, and when motorboats eventually came to Hubei, it quickly reduced the chances of boatmen being stranded without supplies, at which point the dish largely faded into obscurity. As far as the modern revival of stir-fried rocks goes, the thing online has been varied. From all the rocks off and people have a strong reaction to TikTokers exploiting this dish for clout. This is actually a dark part of China's history with famine. Now, I'm not here to theorize about the dish from any kind of local perspective. We're just here to talk about what makes it unique and what makes it the latest in a long line of popular food trends. You see, it turns out that this dish could be an incredibly interesting food to watch over time now that it's re-entered public awareness, specifically because of its history as a famine food. Yeah, that is a real food category. It includes dishes that have originated in countries all across the globe in moments of extreme hunger or food shortage. And while it sounds weird, hang with me, because these are some of the most ingenious, creative foods on the face of the earth. They also happen to be some of the most expensive. Just to be clear here, I don't mean survival foods like the cans of creamed corn stored down in your mom's garage, or those 200 gallons of potable water that your Uncle Steve keeps in his nuclear bunker. These are foods that people have made or foraged for when they've been stuck for long periods of time in really inhospitable places all across the world. The thing about these foods is that weirdly, many of them won't sound like famine foods when I start listing them off. A lot of them will seem just like regular foods that you've seen on menus frequently across the U.S. For instance, you can probably guess that Irish people had to forage to stay alive during the Irish potato famine in the 1800s, but you might be surprised by one of the major famine foods that they discovered through this process: seaweed. Nowadays, you'd never bat an eye to see seaweed show up at a high-end menu or a sushi bar in the U.S., but at the beginning of the 1800s, Europeans had no context that this was used as food. Another example, during the last humanitarian crisis in Cambodia, Cambodians ate scorpions and tarantulas to survive because they had nothing else. But you've probably heard of it before.
fact, might have seen scorpions and tarantulas for years on travel to the stars. And zebras, they're now considered delicacies in all of Southeast Asia and are widely available in the world. Market where we see surprise wow. You think the U.S. is exempt from all this? Again, the indigenous Algonquins from the region that's now U.S. Northeast were known to be surprise food bars when they ran out of food. Nowadays, restaurants have all their respective dishes. Spoiler alert, here's the engineering world. Not great, but hey, it's there, it's still massage, and it's even veggies. You probably think nothing of these cactus fries or mushroom burgers on a menu in the U.S., but cactus and mushroom, again, we're open to only as a desperate last resort as we're eventually and this trend is typically nowadays a massive number of potential all white lobster, once considered cockroach species, is now over $100 around the world. Oysters literally does not rot in the ocean, now perched on top of golden beaches, ladders, showers, and money. How do these foods go from well-known items that have literally nothing else to eat to a national treasure that costs hundreds of dollars? Well, there are schools of thought for this. Let me be clear, this isn't some sort of new revelation. Economists and scientists alike have studied this phenomenon for decades. Theories on why this shit happens. The first is the nutritional cost. Sometimes desperate measures get people to put things in their mouths that they wouldn't normally, and in the process they accidentally discover something that's delicious. Here we go, humanity. Look at us. Blind squirrels just accidentally finding a bunch of nuts. So, while you and my 5-year-old might not believe that mushrooms should be, the fact is that my like this. That might be hard to get from other sources depending on where you live. They go with things like cactus, full of fiber and vitamin C, insects, which are full of protein, seaweed, which is easy to get cheap and a solid source of antioxidants. But there's another big factor at play here. The other phenomenon that's elsewhere on the planet is something that's been roughly termed the cost of authenticity. It's gotten much faster, it's gotten much more convenient. It's also gotten a whole lot more blurry when it comes to what's considered authentic. Since the rise of fast food and a whole lot of who asked for this fusion dishes, it's felt harder and harder to get real food from the real places that they originated. In a lot of areas of the world where famine foods came from, dishes were invented because there was anything to eat, but they didn't have another resource available to them. Time. They had enough time to forage. They had the time to hunt for that one appearance in their environment. They had the time that was necessary to get every last molecule of nutrition out of that ingredient. A great example of this is bouillabaisse from France, which started as a poverty broth made from fish scraps. Fishermen would literally take the fish scraps and guts that were left over at the end of the day and make it into a soup by boiling it for just a heck of a long time to get the most flavor and nutrition out of it. Today, bouillabaisse has evolved into a major delicacy. It can run you $75 at a real authentic French restaurant. The reason is because, well, now we have more money to spend on food and more ability to obtain food. We don't have the time to spend making dishes like this for ourselves. The only way to get a real bouillabaisse is to cook it for hours and hours. But in today's modern global society, we are time poor. So instead of being food poor, we're now entering a type of poverty where we're too busy to make the food that's considered real and authentic. Other familiar examples for you might be Vietnamese pho, another dish that can take over 10 hours to make. Soup de pêche from Italy, paella in Spain, ramen broth in Japan, and even bread made from scratch, which you found out the hard way back in 2020. Any of you still making bread at home now that it's post-pandemic? Almost no one is, because now that we leave the house, we're too time poor to prioritize doing that sort of stuff for ourselves.
Something's different in the world.
Saying Matt Hat, you dummy, stir-fried rocks can't become a delicacy. First of all, they're not good for you. They are rocks, so that doesn't meet criteria 1 of our list here. We didn't find something that was miraculously nutritious for us. We just made rocks taste like food before we spit them out again. Yeah, that is true.
You've seen
so what about criteria
what it does to people.
Well, in one case where they gathering rocks from a riverbed,
Ain't good.
Stir-fried rocks,
Ain't
not one of
no
those dishes
good.
that requires you to
It's
flake
gonna be
over a raw
destroyed, it
whole
does.
pig and pop in the whole rocks in the fryer and add a bunch of seasoning. So stir-fried rocks
I'll
cannot be
trade
one of
you
those
for
foods
it.
that catches on because it doesn't fit either
Lordy,
of those
thank you.
criteria, right?
And don't worry.
What if I told you that stir-fried rocks can go global even
Now,
though they're not good for you
time to end this.
And what if I told
Once
you
and
that
for
this
all.
is the first time that we've seen this happen? Let me introduce you
Don't
to a
worry,
Italian
friend.
dish called pasta ai sassi.
I'll make sure this thing sees its rightful end.
The name pasta ai sassi means
Soon it'll all be over.
and if you think they're
And the
talking about
drown will
real
be safe
stones,
again.
well, yeah, you'd be right. In times of fish shortages
I'll
or
be
when
safe
rough
again.
conditions in the Mediterranean made it impossible to leave the shore, locals would add rocks from the sea to their pans alongside
Strange,
other
such
ingredients
a
oil to keep all the flavor
small
out of the rocks
bauble
so you
could
got a
cause
semblance of
so
seafood
much.
flavor. Over in Italy, they chose to remove the
rocks before serving, so they really missed the quality rock sucking that could have been done there. Oh man, that's one of those quotes that's gonna live on and haunt me. Rock sucking, great choice there, man. Anyway, just like the stir-fried rocks, the Italian version of the dish also faded from memory once motorized travel became a thing. And much like our Chinese counterpart, it didn't stay away forever. It made a comeback. It's now served in the region again, but with one small substitution. The recipe still calls for rocks, except now those rocks are actually mollusks, like clams and mussels. This is one evolution from hard thing in my pasta to other hard thing in my pasta. The dish manages to maintain sea flavor. Even as someone who likes shellfish, it's pretty easy to agree that clams and mussels are just little mouthfuls of seawater anyway, so the dish becomes more edible while retaining the original spirit. And just like most seafood dishes, it's costing a pretty penny, a far cry from the famine food that it began as. And this is where I think stir-fried rocks are destined to find their legacy. Clearly, the dish is onto something because people are literally willing to lick rocks and then spit them out just to have a taste of the seasoning and the flavor around it. It seems reasonable then that the local recipe would eventually evolve to include something else in the local cuisine that provides a similar flavor profile and maintains the integrity and meaning of the food, but doesn't involve people actually sifting through mountains of river rocks anymore. Only time will tell, but don't be surprised if in a few years stir-fried rocks lands on a menu near you and it costs way more than all of us can afford. But hey, when it feels like all you can do is cook up a bunch of rocks, not the good kind, that's when today's sponsor, HelloFresh, comes in to save the day. No longer do you have to worry about running out of supplies and being forced to cook with whatever rocks happen to be lying around the kitchen. No sir, friends. With HelloFresh, all the freshest ingredients are delivered straight to your door. In fact, with HelloFresh, you have 40 recipes to choose from. All you gotta do is pick your favorite, set a date, skip to the stove until they deliver everything you need right to your front door. All the ingredients are pre-portioned, so all the guesswork is taken out, and all you gotta do is follow the instructions for a quick and easy homemade meal. Plus, with everything being so easy with step-by-step instructions, it's a great way to cook with a family without the kitchen spiraling into complete chaos. I'll be on chopping duty, Steph will handle the pans. It gives us some much-needed time to catch up. No need for delivery, no need to scour the riverbeds for suitable pebbles to stir fry. So if you want to stress less about your cooking mess, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code 50FoodTheory at checkout. That'll get you 50% off plus free shipping. Seriously, 50% off and free shipping. It is as easy as that. Once again, that is HelloFresh.com with code